Welcome to Breakthrough with Patricia Murugami. We're going to be focusing in different segments on different L's. The 4 L's that we talked about: life, love, leadership, and legacy. But today I really want us to focus on life. I don't know what age you are in. I don't know what decade that you're navigating. But I really want us to talk about the decades of life and the kind of aspects that you need to think about as you grow through this avenue of life. Let's start with, are you in the tryout 20s? That's the age group that's between 20 and 29. You know why it's called tryout? Because you're trying out. So in fact, during that time, embrace any opportunity. Intern, learn everything you can. Don't put yourself in a straitjacket and say, that kind of work I can't do. I am going to campus for this, I'm in college for this, I come from this background, I'm disadvantaged. No. The tryout 20s are a great opportunity to try out different things that can help mold your character, mold your experience, and you never know. Now, the other day, a friend of mine has been spending time in Turkana, and she was saying that what happens is when you volunteer to help others who are not even likely to say thank you to you, it actually comes full circle back to you. So if you're in your tryout 20s, maybe you're spending a lot of time on social media, that's okay. But maybe for every minute you spend on social media, you have a great opportunity to do something good, to pay it forward. What happens when you move to 30s? Turbulent 30s. Why is it called turbulent? Because in fact the challenges are many. In the turbulent 30s, what happens is that you begin to settle down. Chances are you're working in a more serious way. You probably start your first investments. You buy a home, you may get married, you may have your first child. So it's turbulent. It's turbulent because you've come from a perspective where it was all about you and the things you could do. And now you have to start thinking about other people and the consequences of your actions on them. So during the turbulent 30s, what has been my experience? I encourage you, look for a grounded mentor. A mentor who will do a lot to tell you how far you can go, what you need to do, and the kind of things that you ought not to be doing. That mentor is someone who you can allow yourself to be vulnerable so that the turbulence of the 30s is not as difficult as it normally would be. And we move to the 40s. People say that life begins at 40. And so what does research tell us? Research tells us that 40s are the fabulous 40s. Why are they fabulous? Because hopefully you spent the first half of your life getting to know who you are, trying to define what it is you're about, why you do the things you are, what the reason for God is for creating you. In other words, your purpose, your calling. So why is it called Fabulous 40s? Because you start to live that mission, that purpose. And by doing so, what then happens is that you live a more meaningful life. In the 40s is when people begin to have sometimes a kind of crisis. But I prefer to look at it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself. So in the Fabulous 40s, don't just look at having the time of your life. Reinvent yourself to start off the next half of your life, God willing, in such a way that you have more purpose, more impact, and more meaning. And then the flaming 50s. Now, if you look behind me, we have a tree here that probably has been here for many years. By the time this tree has grown that far, that tall, it has very deep roots. So the 50s are called the flaming 50s because really there's a lot of opportunity to reinvent yourself at another level. So just like the tree is going way beyond even the radius of this camera, the 50s are an opportunity for you to stretch yourself so that you can liberate yourself from those individual barriers that you may have that are stopping you from having the legacy impact that you could have. Flaming 50s are an opportunity to pay it backwards. Those people who helped you, it's time to raise others. So Flaming 50s may be an opportunity for you to truly leave a mark.